Alright guys, we are going to find all of our zeros by using grouping. Okay, this is an easier method, but it doesn't work every time. We are going to number 7 through 14 only. Okay, just number 7 through 14. Here we go. On number 7, count your terms. 1, 2, 3, 4. Instead of using parentheses, I'm going to use something different. I'm going to put these guys together, just like that. Alright? Now, first of all, you got to find the greatest common factor, and to do that, you might want to use your calculator to help you. You're going to hit Math, right-click, go all the way down to number 9, okay, and push Enter, and do 2, 8, just like that. So what do those guys have in common? 2. So I'm going to take out a 2. You got 3 x's here, and you got 2 here. So how many do they have in common? X squared. You're going to factor that out, and you're going to put that right here. What's left goes right in those parentheses. So what you're going to do is, you're going to take this one first, 2x to the third, so there's 2 for 3 x's, divided by this one. Do you see that right there? What do you have left? 2 x's goes away, and 2 cancel, and what do you have left? Just x, so you put that right there. The next one, 8x squared divided by 2x squared. X's cancel out. What's 8 divided by 2? Plus 4. That's what goes right there. Okay? See that plus sign? Bring down your plus sign. What do these two have in common? There's an understood one there. So math, right click, number 9, 1, 4. What do they have in common? Just the 1. So I'm going to divide it by 1. So 1 goes right here. What do you have left? X divided by 1 is x. 4 divided by 1 is positive 4. You guys see how those are together? They look alike. Put them together. Set that equal to 0. You solve. X is equal to negative 4. You should have 3 answers when you get done. See the grouping? I grouped the same together. See how these two are different? So 2x squared plus 1, set that equal to 0. Solve for x, minus 1. 2x squared equals negative 1, divide by 2. X squared equals negative 1 over 2. Okay? Take a square root. When you square root, you have 2 answers, plus or minus square root of negative 1 over 2. That negative comes out as an I, and you have square root of 1 over 2. You should rationalize this answer, but for now we're going to stop right there. Number 8. Okay. Group the first 2, group the last 2. You can go to Math, right-click to Number, go to GCD to see what they have in common, okay? I'm not going to do that. What do these two numbers have in common? 5x squared. So I'm going to factor out 5x squared. So I'm dividing everything here by 5x squared. Notice you can cover this part up for now, okay? 5x to the third divided by 5x squared leaves you x. 20 divided by 5 leaves you 4. X squared cancel. Keep your plus sign. What do these two have in common? A 2. So you divide each of these by 2. So you divide this one by 5x squared, and you divide this one by 2. See that? 2x divided by 2 is x. 8 divided by 2 is plus 4. See how these are the same? Group them together and solve. Okay. See how these are the oddballs? Group them together and solve. Subtract 2. 5x squared equals negative 2. Divide by 5. X squared equals negative 2 over 5. Take a square root. So x is equal to plus or minus square root of negative 2 over 5. Negative comes out as an I. And you can leave your answers like this, but in reality, we should rationalize it. But for now, we're going to stop right there. number 9. Here we go again. All right. Group the first two, group the last two, okay? What do these two have in common? Just x squared. So I'm going to factor out x squared, and you have 5x minus 4. You see that minus sign? Keep that minus. What do those two have in common? A 5. So I'm going to divide everything by 5. That's what you have left. Negative 25x divided by negative 5 leaves you 5x. 20 divided by 5 leaves you 4. These two should always be the same. So 5x minus 4 equals 0. Add 4. 5x is equal to 4 divided by 5. X is equal to 4 divided by 5. Okay? The two oddballs, that's different. Put those together. X squared minus 5 equals 0. Add 5 to both sides. X squared is equal to 5. Take a square root. X is equal to plus or minus square root of 5. 1, 2, 3. Number 10, okay? Group the first two, group the last two. What do these have in common? 3x squared. So I'm going to take out 3x squared. 3x to the third divided by 3x squared leaves you 1x. Negative 3x squared divided by 3x squared is negative 1. Keep your minus. What do these two have in common? There's a 1 here, so just a 1. So I'm dividing everything by negative 1. What's negative x divided by negative 1? X. What's 1 divided by negative 1? Negative 1. See how these two are the same? Group them together and solve. Add 1 to both sides. Oddballs, 3x squared minus 1. Set that equal to 0. Add 1. 3x squared equals 1. Divide by 3. X squared equals 1/3. Take a square root. X is plus or minus square root of 1 over 3. No negative under the radical. You are finished. Number 11. Group the first two, group the last two. All right. What do these two have in common? A 2x squared, so I'm going to factor out 2x squared. 2x to the third divided by 2x squared leaves you x. 10x squared divided by 2x squared leaves you 5. Keep your plus sign. What do these two have in common? A 5. Use your calculator. So you divide everything by 5. 5x divided by 5 leaves you x. 25 divided by 5 leaves you 5. They should always be the same. If not, you cannot do this process. The ones I give you will all work. Subtract 5. X is equal to negative 5. Keep what's different. 2x squared plus 5. Set that equal to 0. Subtract 5. Divide by 2. Okay. Take a square root. So x is plus or minus square root of negative 5 over 2. Bring out your negative. And you can leave your answer in that form, even though you should rationalize. Okay. Let's go to number 12. 4 terms, 1, 2, 3, 4. Group the first two, group the last two. All right, let me go back and just show you the calculator just in case. Math, right click, number 9, GCD. 5, 15. Okay, comma's right above number 7. 5. So what do they have in common? 5x squared. Bring out your 5x squared. When you divide those, you have x left. Negative 15 divided by 5 is negative 3. X cancel. Keep your plus. What do those two have in common? You can do the same thing right here. A 2. So I'm going to factor out a 2. And when I do, 2x divided by 2 leaves you x. Negative 6 divided by 2 leaves you negative 3. You see how they're the same? Set that one equal to 0. Add 3 to both sides. X is equal to 3. The opposites, 5x squared plus 2, set that equal to 0. Subtract 2, divide by 5. X squared equals negative 2 over 5. Take a square root. X equals plus or minus square root of negative 2 over 5. Bring out your negative as an I. So you have 1, 2, 3 answers. Alrighty. Number 13. Okay, let's look at number 13. Group the first two, group the last two. What do these two have in common? 5x squared. I'm going to factor out 5x squared, and when I do, I have 5x minus 4. 25 divided by 5 is 5. Negative 20 divided by 5 is negative 4. Okay? Bring down your plus sign. What do these have in common? A 2. 10x divided by 2 is 5x. Negative 8x divided by 2 is negative 4. You see how these two are the same? I don't know why my camera's doing that. 5x minus 4, set that equal to 0. Add 4 to both sides. Divide by 5. X is equal to 4 over 5. Okay? Set those two equal to 0. 5x squared plus 2. Subtract 2 from both sides. Divide by 5. Take a square root. So x is equal to plus or minus square root of negative 2 over 5. Bring out your negative as an I. And so you have 2 plus or minus I square root of 2 over 5. Number 14. Alrighty. Group the first two, group the last two. What do these two have in common? A 3x squared. So factor out your 3x squared. So when you do, 9 divided by 3 is 3 with an x. 6 divided by 3 is 2. The x cancels out. Bring down your minus. So there's your minus. What do these two have in common? A 4. And you can use your calculator to find it, okay? See what you have left. Negative 12x divided by negative 4 is positive 3x. Negative 8 divided by negative 4 is 2. See how they're the same? Set that equal to 0. Subtract 2. Divide by 3. Okay? The oddballs, 3x squared minus 4, set that equal to 0. Add 4 to both sides. So 3x squared is equal to 4. Divide by 3. X squared is equal to 4 divided by 3. Take a square root. So x is equal to plus or minus square root of 4 over 3. Or what's the square root of 4? 2 over square roots of 3. Okay. This answer is okay. This answer is okay. But really we need to get rid of that. But don't worry about that for now. And there you have your study guide. Number 15 through 18, I want you guys just to ignore that page, okay? So don't worry about that. We don't have time to do it, so just do it through number 14. Have a great day.